right to hold the camera and do a small... So it is recording. My name is Mohamed El-Masri from Australia's Voice, Senate candidate. We just finished the draw here for the Australian Electoral Commission, and I'm here with the Australian Electoral Commission Officer for Victoria. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Excellent. So please introduce yourself to the camera and to the team.
I'm Nye Coffey. I'm the Australian Electoral Officer for Victoria for the Australian Electoral Commission.
Excellent. Now that we've just had the draw, what happens next?
Well, now we start printing 50 million ballot papers across the country, and then in a couple of weeks we'll start the process of voting and get a result.
I understand there's an estimated 4 million voters in Victoria that we're expecting this election?
There's 4.5 million electors in Victoria who will be going to the polls, and hopefully every single one of them turns up and casts their vote.
I think there's a certain way that we vote for the Senate, if you wanted to go through that.
Absolutely. So in the Senate, we ask people to number the order of their preferences above the line for groups. I've number at least 6, so from 1 to 6 in the order of your preference. If you're voting below the line for individual candidates, number at least 12 and 1 to 12 in the order of your preferences.
And I often say to people, think of the election in the way that voting process, it's kind of like a wish list. No vote is ever wasted. So who you wish would win, put them number 1. If they don't win, your second preference for who you wish would win, put them number 2. Who you wish would win, if they don't win, put that number 3, and so on and so forth. So no vote is wasted in Australia, and which is an amazing voting process. For all those who say that voting for a certain party or a certain way means that I'm supporting this party or that party, definitely not the case, because you have total control. You don't have to follow anyone's how to vote card, so you get to choose your wish list as you like it. If you want to say that, for example, Australia's Voice is your preferred party, you can put them number 1 in the hope that we get all the number 1s and we stand out there and actually win. But if we don't win, you can say who you wish would win as your second preference if we don't win, and put them number 2, and so forth and so on. Is that correct?
That's spot on.
Excellent. Now, you also mentioned there's a lot of work that goes on in the background that a lot of people don't realise, and I've seen a little bit of it in the last few elections, so feel free to share a little bit of that.
Yeah, so just in Victoria we have 1,600 polling places open on election day.
Wow.
We've got 111 pre-poll voting centres open from the 22nd of April. We have 25,000 staff required to deliver the election in Victoria, and over 100,000 staff across the country. And in fact, we become the 3rd largest employer in the country for a very short period every 3 years.
I actually wanted to ask how quickly you turn that around. Like, since the election got called, you've been on a hiring spree.
Absolutely. So we obviously ask for people to register their interest right throughout an election cycle, but once we hit an announcement, we can finally start allocating to people to positions and asking them to sign up. So, yeah. That's
amazing. And so throughout the pre-polling period, starting from, Monday the 22nd, 21st?
Tuesday the 22nd, because we have a public holiday in Victoria. We don't open our pre-poll voting centres on public holidays, so people should plan their vote and organise when they're going to get out to vote on 22nd or up until polling day.
And that's from 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. till 6 or 5?
People should look at the AEC website, AEC.gov.au, to check the opening times of each of the pre-poll voting centres.
So it will vary, in other words. So you've got to look at the local one in your area to be aware of what times they do open and close. But also keep in mind they don't open on public holidays, which we do have a few. So April 21st is going to be a public holiday. That's a Monday. And I think also Anzac Day is coming up.
Yeah, the 25th, the Friday of the same week, is a public holiday, so don't plan to head to a pre-poll voting centre on that day.
Do we have any others that I'm forgetting?
No, that's it.
They're the 2 days. And how about Saturdays and Sundays? Some of them are open those days as well?
Our pre-poll voting centres will open on the Saturday, but not the Sunday.
There you go. You have all the details. Hopefully, if you have more questions, we can send those forward and we might get another opportunity to be able to ask some more. But thank you very much for today.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. All right, over to you, everyone. Australia's Voice number 1, that's what we want from you. Send the message out there. This whole campaign is running on the community's efforts. They're not waiting for us, they're just going out there and making it happen for themselves. So please continue that amazing energy, that amazing momentum to get real leaders out there, people like Senator Payman, myself and others around the country, people who come from the community work. So Australia's Voice #1. So along the ballot paper, on the white paper, you'll find Australia's Voice. That's where we want you to put a #1. And don't forget 1 to 6 above the line. So, but just making sure #1 for Australia's Voice. All the best. Thank you so much for your support.